I'm Fletcher Rhoden, and this is Quotes and Quips. Today, words of wisdom from Lionel Messi. Quotes and Quips is brought to you by my website, FletcherRhoden.com. That's where you'll find links to my Amazon author page. That's where you can download my books or buy them in paperback, download them in Kindle or audiobook format. Then there's a link to my Spotify artist page where you can download my music in its various subgenres. I've got new music for 2024. You can download my music anywhere at all across the internet. And at my website, there's free music that you can only get there. So check it out. Okay, Lionel Messi gives us these words of wisdom. The lion is not concerned with the opinions of the sheep. The lion is not concerned with the opinions of the sheep. Now, I think there are two distinctly different ways you can take this. Quote, one is, he is meaning, I believe, to inspire his listeners to ignore the judgments of others, those who follow, those who do not lead. He's saying, if you're a leader, go your own way and don't be distracted by the opinions of the lesser creatures, the sheep, those who do not lead but only follow. And, that's good. That's wisdom. That's wise. The lion is not concerned with the opinions of the sheep. Okay. Well, if I'm a lion, then I'm going to blot out the baying of the sheep and go eat an antelope. So that's all well and good. But let's take a look at this quote in a different light. It's very fascistic. It really, really reeks of fascism. The lion, strong leader. The followers, useless sheep. The followers have no opinion. Their opinion doesn't matter. Only the leader matters. Only the one with the great strength can lead, and only the one with the leadership status can decide. Sounds fascistic, doesn't it? Doesn't sound much like democracy. Because, democracy, we're not all lions. Democracy is like, whatever, the Serengeti plain. You got all types of creatures fulfilling their roles and just trying to live in peace. And some of them eat meat and some of them don't. And they are in conflict and in competition. But there is a natural balance. And it's not just one lion and all other sheep. We're not animals. If you read my book, Tracking the Lone Wolf, The Sigma at Work, at Home, and at Play, or if you listen to it as an audiobook, you'll see that there's these animalistic analyses of the human condition are faulty. Alpha and beta are not what you think they are, and they don't apply to the human race hardly at all. They barely apply to the lupine or wolf species. But to the human, barely at all. It's a total abuse of all those ideas. Read more about it in my book. For now, though, just know that human society doesn't break down into lion and sheep. Doesn't. Furthermore, the sheep do have opinions, and the lion ought to be aware of what they are, if we're humans. I mean, I get it. The leader goes his own way while the populace can be discounted. Fine. But can they be? The lion is an alpha type animal. It's not apt to be a lone wolf type animal. Certainly, all major predators do send out their juveniles to establish new packs. So every big carnivore has, or many of them, have a lone wolf period in their lives. But when we think of the alpha of the lion, in this circumstance, we're thinking of the alpha and the leader. And what this quote kind of says is the leader has no reason to care about the opinions of the follower. But that's not true. Because without the follower, the leader has no one to lead. And if the leader is ignorant or careless of the opinions of the followers, then eventually the leader falls, as always happens. The successful general is benevolent and unconcerned with fame. Sun Tzu said that. So for the lion to be walking around thinking, it doesn't matter to me what those sheep think, really? Well, what happens when they pull over to the side of the road and take you and your mistress in front of a brick wall and shoot you and then they hang you upside down in the town square? Then the opinions of the sheep are going to mean something. Then the lion is going to look the fool. It's fine to say, don't be distracted by the cattle calls of the masses. Follow your bliss, as Joseph Campbell says. You don't have to be influenced by the opinions of others. But let's not mistake ourselves for such towering figures that we ought pay no mind to what other people say. That's foolish. It's careless. It's inhumane, and it is a surefire recipe for destruction. History proves this. History has never given us the story of a despot who was careless of the needs of his followers, who then prevailed and was not somehow undone. I mean, maybe one or two, but I don't know those stories. The stories all I know all end with someone shooting themselves in a bunker or getting hanged or otherwise getting their comeuppance, which is what happens to the lion who forgoes the opinion of the sheep, whatever Lionel Messi may say. Now you might be interested in hearing more about this, be you lion, sheep, or any other type of animal, maybe just a human being. So why don't you come back here? I'm here Monday, every week at noon with a new show. I leave these up, so there'll be lots of reruns as we march into the new year. There's also another show from last year, Tracking the Lone Wolf, that you can see on its own channel, Tracking the Lone Wolf, here on YouTube. Go to my website, check out my books and my music, come back again, and until then, bye, Mary.